What is up, Gothamites? Welcome back to a brand new motherfreaking Gotham video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something worth talking about. And yes, that is why I answer people, because they're like, can you make more Gotham videos? And I'm like, I will, when there's stuff worth talking about. I will bless you all with the information. No, but really, I will be making more Gotham videos, guys. Don't worry about it, but I just want to wait until more information is kind of about. And today's video, there is some stuff. And if you're into Bane, and if you're into freaking Poison Ivy and things like that, then this is the video for you. Because, honestly, this is actually pretty cool. Seriously. I've been saying that Bane will not come to the show, and he technically isn't coming to the show. But there's stuff that they could foreshadow for the future with Bane's motherfreaking father. But before I get into all of that spicy, interesting information, why not subscribe to this channel if you're brand new? I promise not every single one of the video intros is as wacky as this. And also, if you do go on to enjoy this video, as all you Gothamites usually do, hit that like button, as it really does help out this video and the channel. So guys, for the longest time I've been asked, where's Bane? Why is Bane not coming to Gotham? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And I have a whole video actually, which I uploaded not so long ago. It was maybe a month or so ago, and I was trying out a new editing style. Not many of you digged it, but it was still a cool video within itself in terms of why I said Bane wouldn't work in Gotham. Now, if you know his origin story, if you were to introduce Bane into Gotham right now, it just wouldn't be true to the character's comic book origin. But then you may be asking, but Boba, but don't you say that it doesn't have to be copy and pasted from the comics? True. Completely true, but if you go miles and miles and miles off when Bane's supposed to be in prison and blah 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 blah, and somehow he's in Gotham when Bruce Wayne is freaking 17/18, it would be too far away. It'd be like making the Joker, I don't know, a Disney princess or something, and who went ha 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 still, but it would still be too far off. But they have done things in Gotham before, like Viper in season 1, which was a cool foreshadowing to the Venom drug, which Bane will one day use. But in season 5, on top of getting many things, almost too many things in my opinion, but we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. We might be getting Bane's father, and this is coming from the hashtag show, and I definitely tend to agree with this, and I'll read out what they have to say about this upcoming casting call, I believe, for this character and character description. In the comics, Bane's father is known as Eduardo Dorrance. I believe that's how you pronounce the second name, aka some of you may know him better as King Snake. However, the difference is that the hashtag show has learned that a character by the name of Eduardo Dorrance will be coming to Gotham, and this is what they have to say about him. So first up, we have Eduardo Dorrance, who is male of any ethnicity, in his mid-30s/early 40s, who will be a recurring guest star. Described as being really well fit, Eduardo has been a warrior for quite some time now, and he has the commitment of a tireless soldier to follow every kind of order he is given. He is intolerant to betrayal, hence his full loyalty to his fellow soldiers. Whoever plays Eduardo would appear in episode 5, episode 6, episode 8, and episode 9 of season 5, guys. So this is very interesting, and the hashtag show, I believe, quite a reliable source. I've used them as for reports, or reading from reports quite a few times before. They've been accurate with their information. So even though the name is Eduardo instead of Edmund, I definitely agree with the hashtag show that this would most likely be Gotham's version of Bane's father. As I just mentioned, it comes at no really significant surprise to me that Gotham would be introducing so much in the last season, villain-wise. As I already said, they've kind of almost introduced too much just through already telling us what we might be getting next season with, Ventriloquist, Scarface, on top of Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, there's so much, and now we might be getting Bane's father. You kind of see what I mean with this. It's pretty cool, but I think they might actually be able to make it work with Batman's Playground, what I like to call it now, in terms of No Man's Land. Why not have Gotham with all of these villains, especially as Bruce is becoming Batman this season, foreshadowing now Bane, because I'll get onto how they might foreshadow him. It's kind of fairly self-explanatory, but yeah, sure, why not have a kind of back fence Easter egg into Bane's origin more so than the Viper episode we got in season 1. The hashtag show goes on to say that in the comics, Dorrance was a part of a British army force before he turned into a mercenary who later became part of the Asian street gang Ghost Dragons under the identity of King Snake. While he was in Santa Prisca, he ended up sleeping with a female rebel who would become the mother of Bane. Despite getting away, the pregnant woman ended up having to live in the prison because of Dorrance's crimes against the Santa Prisca government. Because of this, Bane ended growing up in prison. So if you know a little bit about Edmund's, or Bane's father's background in the comics, it is very true in terms of what the hashtag show just said. So I think maybe in terms of, obviously Gotham is another universe, they will be doing things slightly differently, hence Eduardo. That's presuming all of this is true and that he is actually Bane's father. At first I was like, not so sure about this. There's already so much going on. Do we really want to force also Bane's freaking father into Gotham Season 5? Now, actually, why not? With the city as no man's land, lots of villains and gangs and mercenaries even taking control of their own different segments of the city. Hey, why not have Eduardo come to the city at, King Snake, and have maybe, especially with the amount of episodes he's rumored to be in, which is episode 5, 6, 8, and 9. He's going to be a recurring guest star, and that's going to be very interesting. And it'd be very interesting just to hear him say, oh yeah, used to be, in Santa Prisca, and I had this girl, and I think she was with child or something like. Do you know what I mean? I know that was a bit weird, but that would hint at that there's this mother and there's a boy of his left in this prison, and we would all know that he is Bane, and he could even say, oh, he must be 10 years old by now, or maybe 12. That was 12 years ago. I don't know. It could be, who knows what the time scope is, and it's how long ago the prison was for him and stuff like that. This is all exciting stuff that we should really look out for in Season 5 when we're learning about Eduardo or King Snake that will be coming to Gotham. I definitely think that would make a lot of sense to already call him King Snake. Why not do that from the get-go? He could be an established already place. Heard that Gotham was in this blackout. This brings out all of the villainous villains of all villains to come to Gotham, or to come out the woodwork in Gotham. I just think it'd be a no-brainer. It does match in terms of timeline. This is why I've always said Bane wouldn't work in Gotham, because of timeline-wise, yes, you can go different from the comics, but not that different. Hey, why not bring his father? Makes sense. Why not do it? It works. It actually works. Just Gotham, remember not to shove too much in this, because we've only got 10 episodes, and I don't want to be overwhelmed to the point where, even though that would be cool, at the same time, stuff would be underdeveloped because you'd be doing too many other different things that it wouldn't feel wholesome, maybe. I'm not sure. That's all I'm worried about in terms of Season 5. I really wouldn't be surprised if for some reason they injected him with, not necessarily Viper, but I swear they said they had worked on the next one named Venom, so they already had the Venom one going almost at the end of Season 1 of Gotham. If they try and inject Bane's father with Venom, I think that may be a bit too far. Leave that to Bane. Just let this be a cool little Easter egg to people who know Bane's father, or, can look out for Easter eggs for Bane in Santa Prisca, prison and stuff like that. Don't inject him with Venom. Just don't go that far. It's unnecessary. Now, before I move on to the IVTs for Season 5, I want to talk about another character that the hashtag show are saying that they will be coming to Gotham, and that is a character known by the name of Teresa Walker. And this is what the hashtag show have to say about her as well. Then we have the character of Teresa Walker, who is a woman of any ethnicity in her 20s and would also be a recurring guest star. Extremely smart as well as driven, she was born and intended to be a leader, as she takes control immediately in any room that she is in. Busy planning her next move constantly, Teresa has a major commitment to not just her mission, but also her family. Whoever plays Teresa would appear in Episode 6, Episode 8, and Episode 9. Now, honestly, there really isn't too much more to say than that, because Teresa Walker, of what the hashtag show are saying, and to my knowledge, isn't necessarily anyone in DC Comics. I tried to do a bit of digging myself, couldn't find anyone. It's a very similar amount of episode time to what Bane's father might be having, or will be having, from what we've learned. It could just be a cover name for another character that they're gonna actually do when they're filming for this role. Who knows, guys? It could be one of the daughters of the demon, because he's been alive for a long time. I think it was thousands of years in the Gotham universe. It depends upon which ratio you're going for in different iterations of the lore, but you never know. It'd be very interesting if they brought Talia in saying, "You killed my father, how dare you?" I don't know. I doubt that's going to be the case, but you never know. We don't know who this woman is, so let me know down in the comments below as to who you think Teresa Walker, based on that character description, could be. Now, lastly, guys, there's not too much to say about the Ivy segment, but I think it's pretty cool. I actually don't know what's going on with Ivy as of yet in terms of Season 5, if we're going to get Peyton List, or if it's going to be a freaking another person, God forbid. But if we do get Peyton List, will only be for an episode. With realistically how much they're doing, how much time are we going to really have for each villain? Are they only going to demonstrate how little bits of the city, they might skim over the Poison Ivy bit and just show some vines? in this area that will be, you know, wrapped up like another day or something. But the interesting thing is that we see an Instagram user by the name of Frank JMC Cormac uploading saying this guy stayed in one place for too long, and clearly you can see a guy with ivy everywhere on the wall in a very, very, very poison ivy way. It's got this poor civilian, for all we know, wrapped up, and, you know, he's bleeding, you know, I don't know, giving his nutrients to the plants or something, right? So it looks like ivy is going to be in Gotham Season 5. We did speculate on this anyway with casting calls that I made a video maybe a month or two ago, basically calling for people, I think, just like from this photo, I think paraphrasing here, saying that calling for people to look dead or sucked of life amongst a load of plants or whatever, something like that. So that was a mega hint that Ivy would be in it, and I remember saying that at the time, and here we have basically that casting call description in a picture, like right there. So let me know what you think is going on with Poison Ivy, guys, because I don't know how much screen time she will get. I'm kind of surprised with how much stuff we are getting in Season 5, but clearly here we have some Ivy action going on. So I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below of that. Obviously, I think it could be very exciting, especially with all the different villains in different sectors. Scarecrow, Freeze, Firefly, Penguin, Ivy, Barbara. It just goes on and on and on, which is why I'm also apprehensive about it. But yeah, as always, guys, let me know your thoughts about this and Bane's father and Teresa Walker, I think her name was, down in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button just down there, as it really does help out the channel. And other than that, subscribe if you're brand new. Links, as always, are in the description down below. I do have a Discord server. I have social media such as Instagram and Twitter, so follow me on those if you haven't done so already. Be sure to pledge to me on Patreon maybe if you want to support the channel the extra mile, and you do get some awesome rewards in return. But other than that, guys, that is the Gotham video for today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.